Howdy folks, and welcome to RandomJank. Now, Theros is just a few weeks away, and with it is a set of cards that's coming out that's very similar to another set of cards that came out a long time ago. So today's episode is going to be talking about those. Hero cards. It's one of the new mechanics that Theros is going to be bringing in. What it is, it's a card that starts off on the field immediately, and it usually has an effect that you can use more than once. Case in point, the Protector. You tap it to prevent 1 damage from any source. Now, cards that already start out on the field without any kind of casting by you is very similar to a set of cards called Vanguard. Just a little bit of a history lesson here. Before there were FNMs and before there was weekly set releases and pre-releases that were really well organized, there was something called the Arena League, and that was just a big collection of people that would show up at card stores to play games, earn points, and earn bonus cards. Now, in order to get a bigger influx of people into stores, Wizards released something called Vanguard. It's exactly the same as these hero cards, where the card starts out on the field, and you end up being that character rather than just being yourself, casting spells and killing your opponent. Now, most of the time, these cards actually represented characters that was in the lore of the game. Books were released all the time to kind of flesh out the storyline a bit, and most of these characters popped up as cards that you can be as. Case in point, Urza. Now, if you're playing as this character, you actually have 1 less in your maximum hand size, but you start off with 10 extra life. Now, the ability is that you tap 3 of any mana and you deal 1 damage to any creature or player. So you have a recurring burn spell whenever you want just because you're playing as this uber powerful planeswalker instead of just being yourself. There was another card called Sarah. It added 1 to your maximum hand size and 1 to your life, and all of your creatures actually came out as +0/+2 extra. So all of your creatures have a much higher defense just by having this. Now that's not to say that all the Vanguard cards provided nothing but bonuses for you. Case in point, Mishra. Doesn't affect your starting and maximum hand size, but it does make it so that you start off with 3 less life. However, the bonus to this is that all your creatures do double the amount of damage that they would normally do. So, the cool thing about Vanguard is that you have new deck building ideas, because if you already have something on the field that's providing a natural bonus, or you have other cards that you want to use that could be able to take advantage of this bonus, then you just make a completely different deck. Now, I love making completely different decks with any cards that I have available to me, and with Theros coming out in just a few weeks, I am so looking forward to all these hero cards and all the abilities that entails. But Vanguard is something that I've been thinking of for a long time since I started playing the game. Hell, before there was even a Magic the Gathering site, there was a magazine called The Duelists. Magazines, talk about old. A magazine that actually came with one of these cards and all the format and everything, and it got me thinking to what different types of cards that I could see for other people. So how about this? You guys let me know down below what kind of cards that you would actually make of your friends or yourselves, what kind of abilities. Don't forget to mark down what your starting and maximum hand size would change to, as well as your starting life. Don't make these things too broken. It would just be way too easy to give yourself all the best abilities in one shot. And on Tuesday during the blog, I will be talking about the cards that I made. I'll see you next time. Magic is a really old game. It's been around for about 20 years now, and over the course of time, there have been a lot of different types of ways of playing. That was a lot of words for no reason. Theros is going to be coming out in a couple of months, and something that they're bringing out with that is an old... So you have a recurring burn spell whenever you want just because you're playing as this uber powerful planeswalker instead of just being yourself. Then there were other cards, like a name that I forget.